All right, man, before we get into the content, let me do a little bit of house cleaning. I need you guys to like, share, and get it cracking in the comments. Also, most importantly, please subscribe to the channel if you're digging on the content. I'm trying to reach that 1K goal by the end of March, and I would like to thank all of my new subs for coming over and kicking and rocking with your boy. But I do need to reach that goal. It's important. I'm trying to get monetized, not because I want to make YouTube my job, because I want to see a ROI on my investment. I have a lot of equipment that I put money into, as well as software, and I just want to see a little bit of that return. So let's jump into this content and get our feet wet. I found this on TikTok. The woman was saying that men can fix everything but themselves, and I found it very interesting. And I wanted to bring it over to the platform so we can go over and cover it and dissect it. So without any further ado, y'all know how we do over here. Man, drop my video.
Men have is that they want to fix everything in the world except for them because they've been taught that
everything in the world is more important than them.
And let me say something to that. Men just have standards nowadays, and a lot of women are upset at the fact that men have standards. So when she says men try to fix everything in the world but themselves, she's saying that because men now have such a critique of women in their efforty, and a lot of women don't like this. So she'll get on TikTok and say, well, men will fix everything in the world except themselves. Well, what are women doing to fix themselves, madam? Because the last time I checked, men civilized the world that you live in, and we did that to make it more convenient for women and children. See, that's how men fix things. They fix the society as a whole. And you're so ungrateful and you're so arrogant that you live in a first world civilized country where you can get on a platform and say that men don't know how to fix themselves while being on a technology that men fixed. Men invented and men gave to you, so you can then go back into the society and say men don't fix themselves. How dare you, madam? How dare you? Let's jump back in.
That was loud. That was so loud. And when we think about how or where a lot of conversations go, every conversation leads to what men are not doing, what men are failing at, and where they need to grow, and how they put no initiative into how they get better.
And that's because women are very unhappy nowadays. Women are the most unhappy they've been in an entire generation. This is what's going on. Women are very unhappy. You know why they're unhappy? Because they're stepping outside of their nature. They're stepping outside of what they should be doing to be happy. I'm not saying that every woman wants to have a family and every woman wants to have children to be happy, but when we look at these women who are very successful, I mean, they're in the higher echelon of success. They have everything in the world. They have money, they have resources, they have a nice home, they have luxury cars, they have all the money they want in their bank account. But one thing they don't have is the one thing that traditionally has made women happy, and that's a family and legacy. And no matter how much the progressive women, shout out Dunn Lexi, how much the progressive women scream at the top of their lungs that women are more than just housewives and mothers, we still come back to the unhappiness of women. And I have to ask, why are women so unhappy? Because they're stepping outside of their natural way of living. That's why women are so unhappy. And they keep coming on these apps saying, well, it's the men. The men need to fix themselves, and then we'll be happy when the men fix themselves. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that, because there are plenty of men who are so-called fixed that women are not trying to get into relationships with. There are so many men who are so-called fixed who women don't even see. Those men are invisible to most women because they're pursuing or trying to get with surface level or superficial or materialism. They're looking at these things as a barometer of success when it comes to men. And then when these men, I mean, just because a man has resources doesn't mean he's a proper man. Just because a man is attractive and a lot of women want to pursue this man doesn't mean this man is right for you. So you're chasing things that are base level and surface level, and then you're complaining that these guys need to be fixed. They're we live in a world that there are people who are bad. There are people who are not up to snuff to be suitable partners. There are people who need to be fixed, including the woman who made this video, probably, that you should not be pursuing relationship with. And a lot of times people get caught up into the allure or the lust, and they dive into relationships, and then they say, well, it's just all men are bad because this one guy that I chose incorrectly gave me a hard time and hurt me or broke me. And then they're coming back onto social media platforms saying, well, the men aren't fixed, it's all men's fault. No accountability for choices. Yes, it goes back to your choices. Let's jump back in.
Well, when we really sit back and think about the beginning of things, men have to start everything. Men have to talk to you at the right time in the right place with the right energy. Men have to then maintain the right energy and the right vibe while also talking at the right pace, using the right words with the right tone through the entire time that you're communicating. They're asking, they're proposing, they're working. And we want them to cook and clean too.
Facts. Women want everything from men. They want these super Negroes. I've said this a number of times. They're searching for the lost ark. They're searching for the goblet of life. They're searching for things that are unattainable. They want this guy to be damn near perfect. They want this guy to be able to bring in resources, protect me, have emotional intelligence, be able to cook and clean as well, sharing the housework, make me feel like a woman, massage my back, cut my toenails, be able to talk to me like my female friends can talk to me, and you're expecting too damn much. And I'm not saying that you have to settle for men who are lackluster or men who are broken or men who are dysfunctional, but god damn, y'all are asking for so much from men that it makes no sense, and you're not leaving room for growth. Some people are gonna be there almost completely, like at 80%, and some of them are gonna lack severely. What you have to do is find the guys that are suitable for mating and procreation and being in a marriage and creating a legacy, and those are the guys you need to partner up with. And it pisses me off a lot of time because women have the audacity to think that they're perfect while constantly pointing the finger at the bad guys they choose and the poor choices they make. You're not perfect, and it shows in your choices.
Everything's important, but supporting them.
And that was the end of that, man. Look, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. I just wanted to come in real quick and say this, but let me say this, ladies. You're not perfect. Men are not perfect. No one is perfect. We live in a society full of high expectations. We live in a society full of critique and judgment. We live in a society full of people thinking they can do whatever they want, including go on platforms and denigrate the other gender, whether it goes both ways, whether it's the women doing it or the men doing it. It really doesn't matter to me. As long as you're on platforms denigrating the other gender without even coming to the table in good faith and saying, look, we all have issues that we need to work on. We all have certain levels of dysfunction, especially black people. We're dysfunctional as an entire group, not even by gender, just as an entire group. And I think that we really need to stop this gender war, because at the end of the day, men are not perfect, women are not perfect. And if we cannot come to the table and sit down and heal and get that therapy that we all need, man, we're going to continue to go back and forth with this, and we're never going to have a proper community, and others are going to come in and take advantage of us because we're broken. We got to get our shit together, black people, and we got to learn that we all need to be fixed, not just one gender, but the gender as the collective as a whole. We all need to be fixed. I ain't got no more talk on this one, man. You know, I just wanted to get that off my chest real quick. I want to react to this video. Let me say this in closing. Adults shouldn't have dreams but goals, because dreams can lie in the realm of fantasy, where goals can be attained through hard work, dedication, perseverance, and tangible evidence to show for your hustle. Man, make sure y'all like and share the content. Also subscribe. I'm still trying to reach that goal of 1K subs by the end of March, and I'm telling y'all, it will help me out greatly if you contribute an engagement on the channel by subscribing. Man, you know what? I'll see y'all in the credits. 2 fingers. Peace. We out.
Like Jesus.